Today, I'm going to teach you how to become a pistol round beast in a two-part series. And today we're going to focus on part one, where we're going to talk about the CT side of the game and how we can become absolute beasts on CT side pistol round. You're going to learn from me. I've got a lot of experience in this game. I play in ECL, I play in FPL, and have traveled the world and the country playing in Counter-Strike events. So I'm going to teach you how to become the best CT side pistol player you possibly can today. But before we get into it, guys, if you like CS2 skins like me, I have a message from the sponsor of today's video. Thank you to the sponsor of today's video, Skins Monkey. They are one of the greatest and easiest to use CS2 trading sites out there. With it being the holiday season, there is no better gift to give yourself than a new CS2 inventory. You can swap out the skins you do not like for brand new ones that are so much more fresh. Even skins that are trade locked can be secured by adding them to your backpack. The greatest thing about this site is that you can buy skins for so much cheaper with a 35% deposit bonus when you use my code CoJo. Make sure to check out the freebie section where you can get a free skin just by completing tasks. On top of the bonuses, you also get a $5 bonus when clicking the link in the description. All right, shout out to Skins Monkey. Make sure you guys pick up a new knife or trade your skins for something nice this Christmas season. Let's talk about CT side pistol rounds. Now, it's very important, right? Pistol rounds are so vital for this game because they either kickstart you on the right foot or make it so that you're already clawing up from a hole from round one, right? So pistol rounds are very important. Now on CT side, we're gonna have $800, right? Now for most of you guys, I would recommend just getting a Kevlar vest, right? Kevlar vest and USP. And now when we're using the USP, guys, we have to keep in mind that we're playing against Glocks, right? Glocks are very good at close range, but they are pretty awful at long range, right? So when we want to play angles where we can create this distance and range and make it very hard for the T's to actually scale up close on us, right? So on CT side here on Mirage, for example, that's playing Ticket, right? We're just taking these shots, and a good strategy you can do is line yourself up against this box and sit here and just stay solid and start shooting them as they're running out. Why is this good? Because from their perspective, if you're playing against a box like that, it's so hard for them to hit you in the head, and it's so hard for them to get an actual headshot without actually wallbanging you, right? And the great thing about being on the CT side is even if they do headshot you, they have to hit you multiple times to kill you, right? And you just have to hit them once in the head to kill them, right? So we're playing these long range angles where we can create that distance and that separation. And now you got to remember, when you have the USP, this thing is like a laser beam, guys. I don't want you necessarily spamming it super fast, right? But be very calculated with your shots, right? And always aim for the head on pistol round. You know they have no head armor, so those headshots are going to one-shot kill for you and make it so much easier, right? So we're creating our distance, right? We're making this range. That means playing window here. If they swing top mid, you are so happy because these fights are so favorable for you, right? On B side, right? On B side, we're playing angles where we can catch them as they're scaling out. You know, back sight here is good. But one thing that is so important on CT side pistol round is creating crossfires, right? You know the T's are going to have limited utility because it's pistol round. So you need to create setups where you can have crossfires and just mow them down as they're coming out. So a very good one is sitting here in jail, right? I guess they call it that because of this little doorway. Sitting here in jail and then sitting here either under window or sitting here and get right and killing them as they're jumping out. This is probably the better angle. And do you see, because I have my teammate right there and I'm sitting here and we're just shooting them in the sight as they're coming out, right? But you don't have to start in these spots, right? You can sit here jump spotting Van first and then jump back here and kill them as they're running out. You don't have to just play static, right? You don't need to do that. But when you have the USP, just recognize the value that comes with it and how valuable and dangerous it is on pistol round, right? And like I said, we're always trying to create that separation from the other team because if they get close to us, their Glocks are actually so much better than our USPs, right? But just be very cold and calculated when you're using this gun. It's very important. And same goes for the P2K. If you're using the P2K, it's the same exact concept when it comes to that. But other than that, guys, another way we can play CT round is by having 2 dualies dropped. Have a teammate buy 2 dualies for people on the team and give them to people with armor. And we're going to do the exact opposite of what I just told you with the USP, right? Dualies are so good at close range. So what you can do is boost somebody up into B-Ops early, have them play here. And when you have these things, you just want to spam, right? You're just spamming, and you want to spam at head level or just below head level so that their bullets are going to go right into them with the recoil. You know, you can sit there. You can sit actually in Van and wait for them to scale on you and shoot them as they're coming out. Same thing with like mid-sight here. You can shoot them as they're running out on you and doing this. But you're just trying to get these close range fights with dualies, right? When you have dualies, do not play angles like window. That is so dumb, right? Instead, push underpass, right? Get up in their face, and you're becoming the T side eventually, right? So when you have the dualies, it's okay to play aggressive, but you want to create your close distance angles because you're going to get that one shot headshot, and you're able to spam the bullets so fast, right? You can sit here and spam without any punishment, right? 30 bullets, and there's very little recoil. Just spam it away, spam, right? Now let's talk about some things you shouldn't buy when you're on CT side pistol. There's a few things that are just absolutely like not necessarily necessary at all. P250. Don't buy a P250 on CT side pistol. Your USP is better than the P250. It's just not worth the investment to buy that on pistol round, right? This gun is gonna farm them. The P250 is gonna actually be worse because you can't shoot it as fast, and it's not as much of a laser beam, right? It could be better at close range, but the USP is just better as far as investment wise. You don't have to spend anything on it, right? Another never ever buy a gun on CT side pistol round is the deagle. Why should we never buy the deagle? Because our USP one shots to the head. It's just pointless to ever buy this. And you're like, well, in close range it could 2-shot, sure, but like if you have dualies, the dualies can 2 or 3 shot depending on how your aim is. It's just not worth it, right? The deagle is never ever worth it on CT side pistol. I don't want to see any of you buying that. If you're gonna buy anything, just buy armor or buy like a smoke kit if you want to try to defuse late. Buy flashes for your team. I wouldn't really necessarily buy an HE or incendiary. It's just not worth it for pistol round, really. So yeah, either buy smoke kits, just a kit, and then drop dualies, or you can just mess around with a lot of stuff like that, but never buy a P250 or deagle. It's just not worth it. 5.7 is like kind of a gray area. I wouldn't really necessarily buy it either. It's just not worth it. $500, and they don't have head armor, so your USP can headshot. It's a little more up for discussion if the 5.7 is worth it, but personally I would just stop. Never buy it. So that's my take on it. But yeah, essentially also when we have these pistols on pistol round, right, on CT side, we want to make sure we're jiggling a lot, right? Be really hard to kill, right? So when we're jiggling like this, it's really hard for the Glocks to kill us. And what I'm doing, if you notice, is I'm holding my D key, but then I'm tapping my, or I'm holding my A key, but I'm tapping my D key as I strafe back, right? What this does is make it really accurate and make it so that my bullets are always going to hit in the same area, right? If I'm just running like this, my bullets are not going to be as accurate, right? The USP is kind of broken, so low-key it kind of is still accurate, even though it shouldn't be. But these little counter strafe movements are going to be your everything, right? On pistol round, you're always trying to get info too to find out where they're going. Sometimes if I'm the mid window player, instead of just sitting here the whole time, I have to worry about underpass eventually. So what I'll do is I'll just jump out here and I'll jump spot top mid and underpass, right? I'm just jump spotting, trying to get info because I'm trying to figure out where they're going so that my team can stack, right? If we can stack the right bomb site, we're gonna win. Think about Inferno. If you know it's gonna be a B hit on Inferno for pistol round and you have 4 people rotating into site, 5 people if you're lucky, you're gonna win the round because they don't have much utility and you've got 5 USPs like shooting them in the side of the head, right? It's so good. So always just get that information on pistol round and you're gonna be set, right? Info is everything and it's so important. But yeah, that's about it, guys. Make sure to check out my other videos on the channel. I post videos every single day, so make sure you subscribe so that you never miss out on these daily uploads. And I'm going to teach you how to play the game. I have a lot of knowledge to give out, and you're going to learn a lot from my tips and tricks. So yeah, I appreciate every single one of you for watching this video. Shout out to all of you guys. Let's rank up together and let's finish this year strong. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.